What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to another video. It's a little different video today. I've just purchased a new kayak. Those who have been watching my channel for a while know I used to rock a Perception Outlaw 11.5, but I just picked up this FeelFree Moken 12.5, and I'm just gonna go out on the river and give you my initial thoughts. We're gonna toss out some baits, maybe catch some catfish, but really I just wanna see how it paddles, how I feel in the kayak, if it's stable, you know, I'm gonna go over that stuff. I'm not a kayak expert by any means. I've only been doing it for maybe 3 summers, but maybe it's good to get a beginner kayaker's opinion on something rather than, you know, a pro who's just throwing a bunch of terms at you that you don't understand. I'm gonna get this sucker loaded up in the pickup and get it on the water. I appreciate you all for watching. Let's get out there. Look at this. It has a frickin' wheel on the back of it, you guys. How sick is that? You don't need to use kayak carts or anything like that. I mean, I probably still would use a kayak cart if I was going like a long distance with it. For a short little drag, that's pretty nice to have a little wheel on there. I can definitely tell it's heavier than the Outlaw. This one weighs about 88 pounds, something like that. And the Perception Outlaw went about 75 pounds, I think. Look at that. Matches the taco. White camo to the white pickup. Just a sexy looking combo. So I think I'm gonna travel pretty light, you guys. I'm just gonna bring a couple extra hooks, 1 rod, my paddle, and my net. I don't want to bring a whole bunch of gear the first time out on a new kayak, not knowing it's probably going to feel a lot different than my other kayaks, so. Traveling light. My nets. And the #1 most important thing you guys need to bring when you go kayaking. The old life vest. PFD. Your personal flotation device. #1, I'm pretty sure it's illegal if you don't wear it. #2, it's pretty stupid if you don't wear it. All right, that's it. I'll see you on the water. Crocs, 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 crocs. Alrighty, guys. We have officially made it down to the river. River's looking great today. Little cloud coverage. We might actually catch a catfish today. But let's keep talking about this sucker right here, the FeelFree Moken. I'll let you guys know right off the bat, some of the things that I absolutely love about this kayak is there is oodles of storage. This dry hatch pretty much runs the whole length of the boat up to there. You could put rods in there, anything you want. There's straps everywhere. There's straps for your rods, straps for your crates. There's a stand-up strap right in the middle. There's tracks everywhere, gear tracks. So you could really soup this thing up if you wanted, I think. The most important thing though, I think, is how this thing paddles, how this thing feels fishing out of it, you know, what it's like to land a fish in here. So hopefully we can get some of that for you. So I'm gonna get this in the water and we're gonna see how it feels. So right off the bat, I notice I'm much lower to the ground than my last kayak, which is something I kind of wanted. I'm getting a little water in here. I don't know if we're supposed to have scupper plugs in this thing. Definitely should maybe have some plugs in here. I don't know. So we're gonna be fishing on the Red River today, which is, you know, I'd say like a medium-sized river. It's not like a small creek or anything like that with a bunch of fast rapids, but there's some pretty good current coming through here right now. So my initial thoughts is this kayak paddles pretty well. Paddles a lot better than my last kayak, the Outlaw, but that's kind of to be expected, I suppose. The Outlaw was a much wider kayak. It feels pretty stable. The seat is very comfortable. It takes a lot less effort to paddle. I can feel that right off the bat, which is what I wanted. So far, so good. So far, so good for the FeelFree. we'll see what it's like trying to stand up in this thing. One thing I know I'm gonna have to get used to is just having all this stuff in front of me. In the Outlaw, I had this wide open deck that was just really nice for handling fish or tying up new lures, or, you know, a lot of junk can happen when you're kayak fishing, you guys. You can get your shit stuck in, or sorry, you can get your stuff stuck in trees. Your kayak can get, you know, pushed by the current and you're all stuck up in shore. Everything's all tangled up. So having like extra deck space in front of you to deal with issues is really nice. This kayak goes straight really nice. With the Outlaw, a lot of times when you'd like push this way, it would turn over here, or if you push this way, it'd turn over there. This does a good job of just kind of going straight. And there is an option to put a rudder on the back, which is nice. There's actually a really juicy looking snag up here. That's a new snag. That might be holding some catfish. We might try that for a little bit. When I'm paddling this, I really feel like I'm covering some ground. Like, I don't feel like I'm going really all that fast, but I feel like I'm covering ground with each paddle. With those wider, heavier kayaks, unless you got a trolling motor on them or, you know, a pedal drive system, it can really take some effort to paddle those things. Test out this paddle park. I think that's what this is for. That's my guess, at least, is that this is to hold your paddle. Which is it's a nice area for it. Keeps it nice and out of the way. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed by this kayak so far. I paid, I think, $975 after tax for this, so it's a sub $1,000 kayak. I know you can probably find it cheaper online, or maybe it's cheaper in your areas. I found this one in Battle Lake, Minnesota at a little store that sold ice cream and kayaks. Kind of a weird combo, but I got some of both. This snag over here is typically a really nice snag to fish, so we're gonna go up to that one. Keep in mind, you guys, I am paddling into the current. The current is coming at me, and this kayak is handling it like a champ. It goes across the river very nicely with little effort. Show you guys the maneuverability of this thing. I'm gonna pull up and turn it around and park it right by the bank here, so I can pin myself. I just use a little mud anchor and pin myself to the bank. I don't really mess around with anchoring in this river, at least. Escape! Yeah, this thing handles like a Porsche, baby. Just kidding. This thing handles very nice, though. Alright, guys, I'm gonna give standing up in this thing a shot here. I'm gonna have my rod in one hand. I'm gonna hold on to this stand-up bar. Easy. Not hard at all. Let's see if I can cast over there without hitting this tree. That was one thing that was really nice about my last boat. It was very easy to stand up in. Oh. This boat is getting some water in it, though. I'm definitely going to have to try and put something in those holes, some scupper plugs. Changing my camera battery, and cut bait out there got hammered. Feels like a decent fish too. See if we can get him in and get the skunk out of the new boat. If he doesn't get himself into a snag or something like the last one did. Nice catfish, you guys. I don't even think he's tired yet. God, it's so fun fighting these fish out of the kayak. Hopefully that anchor holds. Yeah, that's a good one. I think this might be a 15+ pound fish, you guys. Oh, he does not want to come up. Get the net ready. Oh, gave me a good splash there. Come on, buddy. I'll get you right back to the water, I promise. Got him. The skunk is officially out of the boat, everyone. The FeelFree Moken. Oh, that's a dandy too. Okay. Look at that channel. Beautiful fish. There he went. He was ready to go. Landed one, you guys. Nice. Let's see if there's one more out there. So right off the bat, I'm gonna have to definitely get used to not really having a whole lot of space in front of me to deal with these tangles and all that. And you know, I think this is probably a fairly standard amount of space. You know I keep saying I feel like I don't have a lot of space, but I think that's just because the outlaw was so wide open that it's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. It's this box that's kind of in the way, I'm not gonna lie. I might just like, I don't know how much water would get in the boat if I just left it out like that, but if I'm not hauling the sonar around, I might just leave it out. It is kind of nice to put stuff right there though. Let's get baited up again, you guys, and see if there's another one. I bet you there's a couple hanging out in this little area here. There's a big swirling eddy up there that's just full of bait, so these catfish kind of like to hang out in the channel over here. I think we got something on there, you guys. Oh yeah, we do. Oh shit. Oh, that's close. Oh, he's going right into that snag, dang it. Oh, he didn't quite make it in there, thank goodness. Nice little catfish. Nice little, maybe like a 7-8 pound catfish. Oh, catfishing is so fun. Alrighty, on to the next spot. You know, in my old kayak, a reason why I sold it is because when I was out on the river, you know, it almost felt like a chore to like go try a new spot upstream, paddling against the current. But in this one, I really takes little effort. You know, I'll really give it a shot here when I start going on some of the smaller, faster moving waters. You know, smallmouth bass fishing and stuff like that in those skinnier rivers that have some pretty fast current. But I'm really enjoying this on the Red River here. I'm very happy with the purchase so far. Look at me, you guys. I mean, like, a couple of paddles and I'm making a freaking wake. Someone could go tubing behind this thing. Strap some skis on there. I bet I could get them up. Jesus. That was one of the most aggressive catfish strikes I've ever seen. Holy cow. This is a nice one. Has to be. Just absolutely crushed that bait. Oh yeah, not a bad one. Long, skinny one, from what I can see. In the net. God, that's another beauty. Healthy channel cat. Nice one. Oh, look at that guy. Probably good 12 pounds maybe. Let him go here. Man, did that one want that bait. Holy moly. Alrighty, you guys, we've officially finished our first fishing trip in the new kayak, so let's talk about it. I really like this kayak, you guys. I think it's a great upgrade from what I was using, the Perception Outlaw. The Perception Outlaw is a great kayak too, but I think this suits more of what I'm into, which is river fishing. It definitely paddled a lot easier in the river than the Outlaw did. I guess some cons to it would be it did get pretty wet. I got quite a bit of water coming up through those scupper holes. You can see in the back here there's a good puddle going, so I don't know if I need to get some scupper plugs or whatever, but that's not a big deal. I think I'll really enjoy this kayak. So yeah, I think it's a great purchase if you guys are looking for a budget-friendly kayak under $1,000. It paddles great, tracks great. Yeah, it's fairly comfortable. The seat was a little uncomfortable. It's not my favorite seat I've sat in. Anyways, this thing's awesome, you guys. I think you should give it a shot if you're looking for a kayak. I'm not a kayak dealer or anything like that. This is just a guy talking about a kayak he bought. But anyways, I really appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you at the next one. Deuces.